How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to tell you about a SPAC that I just bought, and it's one that I hadn't even been looking at, but there's some major hype around it. They also are sitting around $11, so there's a limited downside. So I was doing my research, and I decided that time was the time to pull the trigger and buy it. So I want to tell you about the company. I apologize that I am uploading this after market hours. I do my best to try to get out ahead of time, but this is my fourth video of the day. So I can only make so many videos throughout the day, and I just heard about this one. So if you want to get in a little bit faster, there is a link down below to Patreon. I did tell them when I bought it, just because, again, I'm not going to send a major alert to everyone on the YouTube channel. So if you do want to get that, you can get my alerts when I buy and sell stocks. But I want to tell you about this one. So if you can buy it post market hours, let's say you have WeBull, you can use the link down below, get free stocks there, deposit $100, and then you can trade after market hours or even in the morning. I think it'll be fine to buy this. You probably will see a little bit of an increased price because this SPAC is still at a reasonable value right now, but I think it will start pushing up over the following days. But I want to give you this video. Again, it's going to be a company that's looking to merge with a finance company, a fintech company. And I want to give a shout out to someone too, because I just saw their video on it and I think it's a really interesting company. Now, again, I think it provides limited downside and I'll explain that in a second. But if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already done that. And if you want those free stocks through WeBull, you can check out the link. Let's get into it though. So special shout out to Market Gains YouTube channel. He did a video on this just a few hours ago. And the company that we're looking at is Fuse, F-U-S-E stock. Now this stock is sitting around $11.23. I believe I bought it right in the dip here. We're already up a couple percent now, but they are Fusion Acquisition, another SPAC, and they are very close to their $10 net asset value. You know, these SPACs really can only fall to $10 a share. Now, they can fall past that. You can see the 52-week low is about $9.68, but you can redeem $10 per share on these SPACs. So right now, even where it is now, it provides a very limited downside of about 10 to 15%. And you can start to see it moving up recently. So just today, it went up about 8% or so. It had a big push in the pre-market, and then it's been about steady throughout the day today. And there is some scuttlebutt, there's some rumors going around that they are going to merge with one of two different companies, really. So before we even get into that, let's just take a look at the management team and the company itself. Fusion Acquisition is a blank check company formed to unlock shareholder value by identifying an acquisition target in the fintech or asset and wealth management sectors. They intend to target businesses applying, providing, or changing technology within these sectors, seeking companies with an enterprise value of $750 million to $3 billion. Now, keep in mind those two numbers here, $750 million to $3 billion, because that's going to come into effect when we talk about the two companies that they are potentially merging with here in a moment. So they have a pretty good management team. For example, their chairman worked in Spider. They have another chief financial officer that worked 22 years at BlackRock and AIG. They have a pretty loaded management team, which is always good to see because you're putting your money with these investors or with this management team, and you're hoping that they can do the right thing, be able to provide some value. And right now there is some whispers about two different companies. So this company, again, wants to merge with someone in the finance space. One is possibly SoFi. So they have been eyeing an IPO via SPAC. This came out in early December. They want to go about the SPAC route. SoFi was valued at about $5 billion in a private fundraising round last year. Since then, I'm assuming it's gone up. So I think this maybe isn't as likely. I think that this company is a little bit more expensive than what the SPAC wants. But the other possible target is BlockFi. So they have also said that they want to possibly go public through a SPAC. And I work with BlockFi. There's a link down in the description if you want to start with them. But they are a company that provides a lot of value. They provide very high interest rates. So they pay up to 8.6% APY on your deposits of cryptocurrency. They say that the company's valuation stands at about $400 million. So this is closer to what they might be looking at, this other SPAC. Maybe it's a little bit low for them, but with how fast BlockFi has been growing, also, this was back in August, I would assume that's probably a lot higher now. It might be 750 million. It might be even higher than that. Now, this is not coming from the company. I work with the company, but I have not talked to them about this. But I think this is a real possibility, and there's a lot of people talking about it too. One interesting thing that Market Gains actually pointed out in his video too is Fusion Acquisition, their Twitter actually shows that they're following Zach Prince, which is the CEO of BlockFi. So they do not follow many people. You can see that the company only follows 11 people, which I think is really interesting. So a lot of people are expecting them to merge with BlockFi. So I think this will be really interesting. Something that I like about BlockFi right now, which I think could blow up the stock, is the fact that they are in the cryptocurrency space, and this is a very good time to be in that space. If we look at a couple different companies right now that are in the space, this is one that I hold. I bought at $18 a share. Now it's up to $29 just a few days later, just about a week actually. They are up significantly on the month. They're up 166%. Another company that my brother-in-law actually told me about today is BTBT, and they're another cryptocurrency company, up a significant amount, 80% today. Over the month, they are down and up, but from the lows this month, they've gone up 107%. And again, a Bitcoin mining company. I think in the fintech space, there is a lot of room for growth. I mean, if we compare it to another company, which is BFT is merging with PaySafe. And after they announced that they were merging, it was kind of slow at first. We jumped up to about 13, then up to 14, then kind of leveled off. But since then, it's been up. It's gone up to $16, $17 a share. I think that we could see a lot more of a move if this company actually merges with BlockFi. I think we'll probably see a much larger increase than what we saw with BFT. So I think that's something to keep in mind. Again, it provides very little downside right now. So I would consider buying this company. Again, I can't tell you to buy or sell stocks. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you when I buy or sell stocks. So you can take it however you want to, but I want to get this information to you. Hopefully you do have WeBull or some way of buying after hours, or again, if you want to check out the link down below to Patreon. It's not like I'm trying to withhold information. It's just that I get it throughout the day and I only have so much time during market hours to actually be able to research and do this kind of work. So again, if you want to check it out, definitely check that out. I am planning on actually releasing a video here soon on 11 tips that I have for people that want to start on YouTube. And that's for my Patreon members. It's going to be on my second channel, but definitely check that out if you want to, if you're part of the Patreon or if you want to join the Patreon. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for checking out those links to WeBull and to BlockFi and to Patreon. Thank you for hitting the like button. And I will see you guys in the next video. If you want to see the video on NPA, the stock that I bought earlier today, you can check out this video here.